SoundCloud.com/chaotic flame, YouTube.com/add nothing left to do but win. That one is called Riot, produced by yours truly, Chaotic Flame. We are here impromptu, not planned, going off the spirit as I like to do. I am here with Rashida. How you doing, Rashida? How you doing?
I'm lovely. I'm lovely.
All right, and we are also here with my guy, Mike Morgan. Mike Morgan. Mike Morgan's in the building. What's up, fam? How you doing?
Man, gymnastics and all types of acrobatics and ninja tactics, man.
All right, it always
Wait,
rhymes.
say that one more time. Say that one more time.
You said what?
Say that one more time, just so I can make sure I heard you correctly.
I said acrobatics, gymnastics, and all types of ninja tactics.
Okay. Cool.
All right, now, if I could, one of the main reasons I wanted to go live is because I saw this post on my guy, Keith Shepard's page. If you're on Facebook in the local area, you know this guy. He's
Mr.
always ruffling
Controversy.
Mr. Controversy himself. He's always going live. He's always moving around, always causing commotion. And here we go. So you guys can see my screen here, correct?
Yep.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
just
so
said.
here. So right here we have a picture of a man on a couch, and to the right we have a post from Rockford Mugshots with this guy here. Won't say his name. So you can see next to the picture of the father laying down next to his daughter, we have a mugshot. So that comes from a booking. So I'm gonna just read what the post says. This picture has 1,000 words. I had a warrant for kidnapping my own daughter. So in this picture, during this time, we was on the run. We were going from family to family, houses, hotels, and Airbnbs, and even had to jump out a window. Every day we was on the run. I would ask her, daughter, you ready to go back with your mom? And her answer every time would be, no, dad, I want to stay with you. Safari, in an interview, a few others witnessed this personally, and a few others witnessed this personally. They raided my mom's, my dad, my shop, my aunties, and my crib looking for us, and really going this hard to take my daughter away from me. But no cap, during this time, me and my daughter had an amazing time. No matter how hard they tried, they can never and will never break this bond between me and my baby. No matter what she go, no, I fought for her. No matter what she's going to know, I fought for her. Risked my freedom and never gave up. So that's the post. That's what's been causing commotion. Let me see if I click on here if it'll give me Facebook is a little different over here, but let's see what we got in the comments here. So first thing I see is it's kidnapping if the other parent didn't have access to her while he was on the run. These situations be sad. This is sad. I respect the fight for his daughter. I don't know the backstory, but I pray for the sake. It's a lot, but what I really wanted to do is I wanted to know if anybody had an opinion on this whatsoever.
Oh, I definitely do.
I would love to hear your opinion, and I have not heard your opinion, but I would love to hear your opinion on that post there.
At the end of the day, the court systems exist for a reason. And I do very much understand that the courts do not always work in the best interest of Black men. But at the end of the day, if there was a court order in place, no matter how you felt about it, no matter how fair it was, the court order was the court order. And if you took that child and you know you were on the run, you were in the wrong, period. Whether she wanted to go back home to be with her mother or not, you were very much in the wrong. And whatever happens after that, happens after that. You knew you were in the wrong because nigga, y'all was on the run. So, I mean, what else is there to be said?
Yeah, you know what? I have to echo a similar sentiment here, and it's like, you know, there are certain systems in play. I know that they don't play in favor. You know, it might not play in a favor you want it to, but at the same time, there's just certain rules you have to abide by. And like by being quote unquote on the run, you're not providing a consistently safe environment for your daughter. You're actually going against the grain, and it's affecting everyone around you in a negative way. Said his mom
Mhm.
got raided, his dad got raided, his shop got raided. All of this because you know you want to listen to your daughter. Your daughter can tell you that she doesn't want to go home, but it's not up to the child to decide where that child should be, right? And you have to, one, you got to be careful who you have kids with. You know what I'm saying? For one, two, there's a certain way to play these games, and I do not think that this was the most intelligent way. Who knows what type of harm you could be putting her in, or what type of I know you have to have endurance, but you know you're wearing down her stamina. You said you had to jump out a window. Like, what are you really subjecting her to now? By wanting to do what she wants you to do, or not being able to have a conversation with the mother and figure things out in a civil manner or a civil way. And I'm not an advocate for courts, but before I do something like this that's going to negatively affect the people around me, I'd probably take another route. Like you said, mom's got raided, dad got raided, shop got raided, auntie got raided, your spot got raided. You're jumping out of windows, you're sleeping on couches, don't know what you eat and don't know what you got going on. But this can't be healthy.
At all.
And like this can't be the way. So when I saw this, I wanted to go live because I know that this is torn down the middle. I feel like in situations like this, a lot of the fellas are going to rock with the guy. A lot of the mothers are going to be anti whatever is going on here. I like to call things down the middle. Now, do you have love for your daughter? Yes. Is this the smartest thing to do? No, because now you're in jail. So now what?
And how are you being a good parent to her from a jail cell?
I think there's a big question that ain't nobody even factor into it. Like, so how long was he on the run for with his daughter? Does anybody know?
Nah, I'm gonna look into it now here on the post. Though. That's a really good question.
Because before I say the next thing, I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about, because I'm about to bring up a point nobody brought up yet. Because I see a lot of guys saying like, man, yo, that's crazy. She kept him away from his daughter. He had to do that. Women they're on the other side where they're kind of just like, well, whatever the court said, that's what it is. Me, I'm kind of, I have the same thought process as you guys, because it doesn't make sense. If you're going to go out of your way to do something, now you're locked up. So you really you didn't help the situation at all. Like, and it's like, was it that hard to give? I don't know. I'm confused, because I'm like, what was the purpose of taking her and running? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. But
So to be fair,
mhm.
in most instances, if the child is with the mother, it's for a reason. Now, I know a lot of times they will just automatically give custody to the mother just because it's the mother. But in a lot of cases, if the child is with the mother, it's for a good reason. So for you to go outside of that was a terrible idea. Two, you're listening to what a child is telling you. A child could tell you they want to eat candy every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's not the best. That ain't where you should be getting your advice from. I just think this was probably the worst possible thing he could do, because now he really not going to be able to be with his child.
Yeah, you put yourself in a position where you've taken yourself away from said child. Now she has to go from seeing all of that to now seeing you locked up, and then now being where she doesn't want to be, where she probably would have wound up in the first place. I'm gonna just read a couple of these comments, and then we're gonna get into some clips that Rashida got for us, right? So Alexis Dominique says, shouldn't no father who is in their right mind and not harming their child have to go through doing all of this? If a man wants to be in their kids' lives and is no harm or danger to their child, let them be involved. What can be the issue? Hopefully everything works out for him and his daughter. Where's the mama at? I want to hear her side. Sorry, not sorry. Because if you want a birth certificate, they should not have charged them with kidnapping. They can only charge with kidnapping if there's a custody arrangement saying mom has full custody. Edit. I said I wanted to hear the mom side because I know some men take kids out of spite, play victim, run smear campaigns. I just don't want to be closed-minded here.
So where was this at again? This was in Jersey, was it?
Nah, it's not stating. Hold on, let me click the image of the booking. I got it up here on
Rockford, is that Illinois?
Rockford.
Yeah.
Rockford, Illinois.
Oh, let me see. Let me see
And
if I
to
can
her
find
point,
it.
you don't have to, there doesn't have to be full custody. If you take a child without consent of the other parent, you are in the wrong, no matter what the custody agreement is. And I would assume that because they, in any event, the nigga kidnapped the child and he did no service to her by doing that. Because now you're really not going to get to be with her. Like,
Well,
I
I can't really find the article, but this thing I was trying to prove is so he takes his daughter and he runs off and they come looking for him. I guess they go to his house and a couple houses got raided looking for this girl, so he's going from couch to couch, place to place. And but he's hanging out with his daughter, he's buying her stuff, showing videos, and through all of this foolishness, I didn't hear nothing about no job, man. I don't know because I don't know. I got a 9 to 5, so it's like you go to work, man. So he just don't he's just not working. He hustling or something. I'm confused because I'm like at one point in time,
hey, shout out
you
to
be
Rare.
on the run?
Hey, shout out to Rare sent comments. He's a dumb sack of bricks. SMH.
Yeah, like if you want to run with your daughter, how do you go to work? Because the first place they're gonna call is your place of employment. After they start looking for you, they're gonna go to your place of employment and try to figure out where you at. So obviously he wasn't working.
And what you're actually showing her is instability. Y'all going from couch to couch.
Exactly, because you going from couch to couch is wild, bro. And then I just want to show my daughter I loved her. Now you're in jail.
But look, something happened with Trader Truth recently where, the mother of his child ran off with the child. And 13 days ago, he was reunited with his daughter at the Mexican border.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah. So now this is a situation where the mother did what the father did, and I'm gonna read some of this. All right.
Now you're going to jail.
The monolith search of Houston rapper's missing daughter ended. Yeah, when 6-year-old Trey the Truth was found safe, or 6-year-old Truth was found safe near the Mexican border in California. Trey the Truth reunited with his daughter after she disappeared in August during what was supposed to be a weekend visit with her mother, who did not have sole custody. Multiple law enforcement agencies, including the FBI and U.S. Marshals, had been searching for the child. So shout out to Trey the Truth for being reconnected with his daughter Truth. But imagine that since August, September, October, November, December, 4 months without your child. Crazy.
Sis, you about to do real jail time. You took that child across the border. You're about to do real jail time.
That's crazy.
Or close to the Mexican border. She didn't. I don't think she got over. But either way,
she didn't go.
That's still just insane because it's like,
ass going to jail.
Why don't you have custody? Is one of the big questions. So there's got to be a reason that you don't have joint custody, and there has to be a reason where you guys couldn't have a conversation where you said, "Hey, I'm taking her for an extra day or whatever." Probably because you can't be trusted because you probably unstable. Like the nomad guy who jumping from couch to couch. Like it's just I don't know, man.
The nomad guy. I don't know. There's just better ways to go about these situations. But the first thing you got to do is really be careful who you have a kid with. I mean, that's the first step.
Number one, man. That's number one. You better check that background. Look at her or his parents, see their living situation. When you go to the crib, open up that medicine cabinet. See if they got some bipolar medication in there, schizophrenia medication. Lord knows any type of sexually transmitted type stuff, because people just be moving through the world like Mr. Magoo and just be like, oh, well, I didn't even know that she was crazy like that, bro. What are you talking about, man? She got a whole CVS pharmacy in there. If you come to somebody
on a couple of topics I wanted to discuss with y'all too.
If you come to somebody's house and they got the pill container that got Monday through Sunday in there and they don't have diabetes, you need to be concerned.
Pill tray.
For real.
Pill tray.
You need to be concerned. And it's got and each day got at least 4 or 5 pills in there. Oh man, nah.
Gotta get about it. Oh, hold on, Rashida, you got a couple clips?
Oh, I do. And I've been saving these specifically for y'all because I wanted to have this discussion with the fellas. Okay, where is number 1? Tell me what you think about this one.
I already know.
The issue is a man who can't lead will always be frustrated by a strong woman. A man who can't lead will always be aggravated by someone who doesn't just kowtow to him just because he is a man. Every single one of those situations, a man exposes himself as not a leader. Why is she not submitting to me? What is she submitting to? Let's start asking questions. Are you leading? Where are you leading? What are you leading? What is your mission statement for yourself? Not that you have to have one, but where do you see yourself going at? What is your mission statement as a husband? What is your job as a husband? Well, I'm supposed to be
the leader, the head.
No, so many want to be Christ, like Christ is to the church, but really what they want to be is God. And so what they want to do is develop hells when they really should be sacrificing themselves for their wives until she is healed. But the man does all the work. No, the man does all the work first. That's what leaders do. Leaders take the most arrows in the back. Leaders trailblaze. Leaders go first. And so if you want something out of your woman, you show her. You exemplify that. Mm-hmm. You let her follow you. When she doesn't follow, that's when you have a problem. And you say, well, if you want to go right, I'm going to go this way.
Thoughts?
Well, that was pretty powerful. And the topic of leadership is definitely an interesting one. And he has some points there. He definitely has some points there. I can't really speak to a man that has trouble getting his lady to submit. But, I could see that being an issue for a lot of people. I could definitely see that being an issue. I mean, he wasn't lying at all there. I didn't hear any lies.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I don't even think it has nothing to do with money, because most of the women I've been involved with made more money than me, or they were just like either in a position of power.
It's a sugar baby.
No, it wasn't like that. So I got my own, but it's just like it was a post I seen the other day, and somebody was like, "Would you want a woman who had, I think it was like a career and independent, and was bossy, or you want a woman who is submissive but she ain't got no education or whatever?" I said my idea would be number B, just without the 2 kids or whatever. And they were like, "Oh, that's beta." I said, "How's that beta?" They said, "Because you want a woman that's bossy." I said, "Well, I don't want a woman that's submissive." I said, "Because being submissive means you're going to submit to anybody. You ain't got no goddamn sense. You're going to submit to a goofy motherfucker just like you submit to a strong man." But a woman who knows what she wants outside of the work, like outside of the relationship, if she bossy, she knows how to handle her shit. But when she comes into the relationship, it's not about, "Oh, I'm just submitting because you my man." No, does she even trust you to even follow your lead? If you got no direction, why the fuck would she follow you? You got nothing going on in your life. You don't know what you're doing, and you think she about to just fall in line for what? For no reason? Hell no, that shit ain't gonna happen. You know? I see dudes be going through hell with they shit, like, "Yo, I don't know what's going on." You could be making the most money and be the boss, and she's still gonna run the show because she just don't trust your judgment. She doesn't trust you as a leader.
You know
And
what? While we're on a similar topic, I just want to put it out there. Maybe we could touch on this a little later. A lot of my male friends that are married are unhappy. A lot of them. I yield.
Yeah, I'm gonna say,
they didn't marry for the right reason.
yeah.
Or
I'm gonna be honest on that shit. I've heard some crazy shit. Like, I think a lot of dudes that I know that are married. Like, I know a few that are like in real happy relationships. I know their wives, and I've seen the inner workings. But a lot of dudes, I think they married a woman because it's like, yo, I've been with you for this many years. I done had a kid with you. We've been kicking and shacking up for this many years. So, you know what? Now I'm going to give you the ring, like, as a consolation prize. A lot of women don't like that shit. They feel some type of way about it. It's like, I done already did all this shit. Now it's like, you know what? I can't fuck no more other bitches outside the house. I'm about to wife you up, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they feel it. They feel that shit like, damn, like, so when they do get the ring, they're not like as happy. Like I seen I don't know, you guys might have seen the video of the guy, he proposed to the girl and she was like, she didn't want it. And dude was like, man, I went out and got this ring. She's like, yo, we've been together for like 16 years and now you're gonna give me a ring? She's like, nigga, for what? And I'm like, damn.
right. For what?
And I was like, yeah, I said, that
Doing
is
it
kind
all
of crazy.
this time.
Yeah, I was like, because I think a lot of people think like, yo, a woman wants to be married. So I'm like, yeah, she might have wanted to be married after year 5 or 6. You know, once she got into year 8, 9, and 10, and you just still dragging your feet, you done got caught cheating like 2 or 4 times and shit. I mean, now she like, man, I'm just here, I mean, for the kids, and you know what I mean? We occasionally fuck and shit, but you know what I mean? Like, she not really, she kind of done with you and shit, but she's stuck in that situation. She just I mean, it's just like, it is what it is type deal. And then it's like, now y'all done committed to each other, and it's just like, y'all pretty much roommates and shit. Y'all glorify roommates. And I'm like, that's a fucking sad situation, bro. That's why a lot of guys be like, man, don't even get married and shit. Like, but it's like, are you getting married for the right reasons, man? Did you get married for the wrong reason?
I don't know, man. I feel like everybody marriage is different, but from all the different people I know, as far as their marriages are concerned, a lot of my male peers who are in marriages warn against warn. You're like, oh,
I can tell you exactly why that is.
Tell me why. Bring it out.
Because a lot of the times men get married for the wrong reasons. They get married because she wants to, like Mike said, they get married because she wants to, or they have kids together. I don't know very many men that have married someone because they wanted to do life with that person. Like in my case, when I was married, he wanted a family structure that he never had, and he knew that he could have that with me. It wasn't because he wanted to do life with me for the rest of his life. And I think that typically happens a lot. A lot of people marry for the wrong reasons.
And then you might say, well, if that's the case, why would the woman accept?
For the wrong reason, because she just wants to have a husband. In some cases, not all, but a lot of women don't want to just be the girlfriend for 5, 10, 15 years. A lot of women want to have a ring because you're looked at differently, especially when you have kids with somebody. You're looked at a lot differently when you are just in a relationship with somebody with children versus being somebody's wife. A lot of times when you're somebody's wife, they put you up on this pedestal like, yeah, you the wife, you're the one that he chose out of all these different women, like you're the special one. And a lot of times it ain't that.
You get introduced a certain way. It's like, oh, this is my wife versus this is like my baby
this
mom.
My lady.
Like, we got to stop using the baby mom, baby father term, because that shit, like,
what are we going to use?
Exactly what that person is to you. Is that no, that's your girlfriend or that's your boyfriend, and people don't want to hear that because they're like, oh, that's my baby mom. Baby mom could be mad shit, bro. It could be, because some people try to use it as like, oh, that's just the mother of my kid. But then I'm like, no, y'all living together, y'all cohabitating, y'all in a relationship. Like that's not your baby mother. That's your girl.
No. You can be in a relationship with her and he not be in a relationship with you. Those are two
Ah,
different
yes,
things.
I
All
got.
being in a relationship together. I promise you.
But I know people have used the term to be like, oh, that's just my baby mother. But then they be like, yo, that's my baby mother. So I'm like, yo, nigga, what? Like, I'm like, it's just a weird catch-all term that can mean multiple shit. I mean, like, oh, there is no mistaking wife and husband. Like, oh, that's your wife, that's your husband, or that's your man, or that's your woman and shit. Like, I don't know that. Listen, man, I just think marrying somebody as a consolation prize is going to end up bad in the long run. Because I've heard people say that, like, oh man, I'm about to put a ring on her because I got her pregnant. Nigga, no.
Or
Yo,
she deserve it. She done been with me through the mud. And
that
No,
is it.
Yo, who was the dude? It was some rapper that just
Yeah.
said like, yo, man, when I cheated on her and and she cried and I've seen her get strong. Like it wasn't Waka Flocka. He said some stupid shit too, but this nigga was like, yeah, well, she been through all the hard times and all the rough times and she a soldier. I said, nigga, she ain't been through all the hard times. You act like she had fucking cancer, nigga. You put her through the shit.
What do you mean?
Like
it ain't like it just so happened. You put her through them. You put her in the situation. What you mean? But to go back to the original clip, I picked that one for a reason because I feel like that's a conversation that men need to be having with other men. I hear far too many women saying what a man should be doing. I hear far too many women say, try to tell a man what a man is, and that ain't none of our business. Just like a man shouldn't be telling a woman how to conduct herself and what to do with her body. That ain't none of our business. What needs to happen is there needs to be a conversation with a grown man between two grown men, one who got good sense and one who's trying to get to where the other one is. That's none of our business. And that's why I wanted to ask specifically the fellas that question, what they thought about that.
I feel like men, if I could say any message to men out there, and I want to say this, and I don't want it to come across the wrong way. Before you worry about what you got going on with that girl, you got to figure out what you got going on with yourself. You got to figure out your purpose. You got to figure out what you want to do, and then you have to stay in the frequency of that, and then you'll be able to mess around and entertain someone, protect somebody, provide for them. If you don't have nothing going on for yourself, if you don't know where you're going, what your mission is, what your goals are, and if you don't prioritize that first, for one, she's gonna leave you for someone who does and did, right? You can't lead if you don't know where you're even going. I'm telling you. Figure yourself out first. That's the best advice I could give to anybody out there. And then when you do get into these situations, you got to figure out the balance. Let me see. Let her ask That's funny.
But
I swear I do.
And you know what? I just want to make another point. Which actually goes back to what you said before. Like, pick the right person, because I think a lot of men be trying to lock down women that are not meant to be locked down. Like, what's that J. Cole song? Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. If a woman, if that's her theme song and she love to sing that all the time, trust me, trust and believe. She ain't just saying it just as like a catchphrase. You know what I mean? She really believe that shit. Some women do not want to be saved out here. They want to be unruly and ratchet or whatever until they hit like 60, 65 like Vivica Fox and be like, damn, you know what I mean? I've been fucked around and pushed every man away. Now I want a family. It's too late for that shit, man.
I think
so don't waste your time.
People like Kevin Samuels, that's starting to happen a little earlier now. I feel like that there's been a wake-up call and people are realizing you're in your 30s, you still got it. Might want to, start trying to figure some things out if that's what you want to do. If you want to be married and kept, or if you want someone to take you seriously, you might want to look for that a little earlier than 50.
But okay, on the flip side of listen. Don't be over there choking and dying. We're not doing that tonight. But you know what I'm having? Now that I'm divorced, I'm finding that I'm just I'm in that space. I've already done marriage. I don't want to do it again. I'm just interested in dating, having fun. Somebody that I can go out to eat with. We can have some nice conversation. Like, I'm not interested in being married again at all. But I'm finding that at the age of 38, a lot of men are in the space where they're ready to settle down, and I'm just like, I ain't the one for you. But we'd be cool though. You want to go out to dinner? You want to, sit down and talk? We can watch a movie together. We could be friends. But other than that, no, thank you.
You know, I hear that a lot too. A lot of people who already been through the process of marriage, or they're about to end one, they're like, you know what, this is the last. I'm not doing this again. Back in the day, people used to get married like 4 or 5 times. I think a lot of people are done with it. They realize, hey, I did it, and it wasn't for me. But you should know that from the beginning before you get into it. Like, now that certain people at a certain age, I think when you're younger, it's better to find it out. Like in your 20s, you got married and you figure like, hey, this is not for me. Rather than you see people in their 30s and their 40s say, oh, I want to get married. That's not a great time to figure out that you don't like to cohabitate with somebody else.
Nah, for real.
This is bad. Like when you're living with somebody and the shit that they do just annoys the shit out of you.
Ooh-wee.
It's just like, oh, like I haven't. I don't know.
You haven't tread carefully.
No, I was about to say. I don't know if I've been with a woman that had like something that just really pissed me off that she did. It's like minor stuff, like you just leave your clothes around and shit like that. It's like whatever.
You ever have a woman that was like too up on you? Like, I don't mind you touching me once every while, but like, I know every time you walk past me, you're gonna touch me, you're gonna hug me, you're gonna stop me from what I'm doing and go for the kiss. Like, you ain't never have a woman that was like too clingy. I'm literally eating right now.
I am that person.
Yeah,
I'm eating and like you want
that person.
I hate that.
Yeah, most of the women. Yeah, most of the women I date are like that. But it depends on if you can understand me saying like, "Hey, I'm doing something real quick," or you just turn it into a fight later on. Like some. I can tell you one instance. I was on. We went out, had dinner. It was cool. We got back to the crib. I went to the bathroom. I came out. She was on her phone, doing whatever, looking at some shit. So we was gonna watch a movie. I took my phone out, and I was like, she's on her phone. She's on the phone. I pick up my phone. I start looking at my phone or whatever, and then she puts her phone down, and then goes, "That's it. I'm out of here." I said, "What are you talking about? You're always on your phone." I said, "Yo, you was just on your phone when I came out of the bathroom." "Oh, but I was on my phone because you were in the bathroom." I said, "Yeah, but when I sat down and got in the bed, you were still on your phone." I say, "I didn't spaz out or do nothing." "Oh, no, I was just on the phone. I was waiting for you. So when I put my phone down, you should have known to put your phone down."
Yeah.
I mean, I was in my phone. I wasn't looking at my peripheral view. Like, you could have just been like, "Hey, baby, about to watch this movie." Instead, you wanted to have an argument and a fight so you could
and I ain't gonna lie.
Crib.
If you're having those instances with your significant other, you're never going to make it, because those are some of the smaller kind of things you go through, the nuances. You were using your phone, I was waiting on you. Oh, I'm off my phone now. You got the phone now. Like, what you doing on your phone?
It's not that deep. It's like, oh, what if it was me? I'm like, bro, you see how easy it for me to be like, hey, can you put down your phone normally, like a normal human being?
But just because you communicate a certain way, you can't expect somebody else to communicate the same way.
Because I'm a fully functioning human being, and I'm starting to realize that.
Well, first of all, you're a serial killer. Let's just start there.
Listen.
Let's start there. But just because you understand things a certain way doesn't mean everybody else will. Just because you communicate things a certain way doesn't mean they will understand you communicate it that way or anything. You can't expect you out of somebody else.
That is true, but I would expect like normal human behavior.
Just because it's normal to you doesn't mean it's normal to somebody else.
Well, if I tell you about it, then you better normalize it.
Yeah, because it's not just me. Because this is how I put it. I'll put it like this: if it was that much of an issue, right? Like if it bothers you that much, then it should bother you when everybody does it. It shouldn't bother you only when I do it, because if I'm around you and your friends and your friends do that,
That's
and
not
it
true.
doesn't become an argument where you spaz the fuck out and you make it like this big thing, then it's like, I know that you're just doing it for me. And that's whack, because just like you have different rules for
That's not true.
like I'll put it like this.
Oh, it's
What's
true.
that?
For you. I'll say
No,
that.
what I'm saying, you know that age-old phrase, treat people how you want to be treated?
Mhm.
I had a motherfucker literally tell me, that's not how it works. I said, hold up, what? Well, I feel differently than you, so I'm gonna feel this way. I said, but you can't act that way and then get mad if I act that way. That's not how it works. It
That's
does
not
work
how
like
it
that.
works for you.
It does. That is how it works. So
This is what I'm
insanity.
saying. You can't expect how you would respond to something. Everybody doesn't function the way you function. Everybody doesn't have the mental capacity that you have. So just because you think something makes sense, and maybe it doesn't mean that she will understand it the way you do.
And
That's
right
all
then,
I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Whether it's normal or it makes sense to you or not, doesn't mean that she will feel the same way. So
and
you
you're
can't
right.
expect you out of other people.
And you're right. And right then is when you know this is not going anywhere, because that is like Kiara just said, that is a small hill. I mean, that is a small molehill that you just turned into a mountain. So what happens when we run into mountains?
What I'm
They're
saying
gonna be
is
unsurmountable.
but here's the thing: going through these situations once, twice, whatever, but after a while, if you can't get past these small little things, you're not going to make it with that person. Is what I'm telling you.
Yes, it's
Y'all
true. It's
might
like
connect differently, but if we're together and we're trying to come together as one, there has to be some sort of compromise, some sort of understanding there that we both should be working towards. And if we're not, then we're never going to make it far. If we can't get over some of the smaller things, yo, not everything has to be so gargantuan. There's gonna be times where I'm gonna have to yield. Gonna be times where you have to yield. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But people's ego and their pride get in the way because they want what they want when they want it. And they don't want to have to say, you know what? All right, cool, you got it.
Even in
You
a
know, when I
relationship,
start saying that, life got so much easier. You know what? You right. Because like I always say, I can be right and be quiet.
yo, for
Nothing
real,
wrong with that.
I could just let someone else be wrong. I let a nigga be wrong.
Right. I could be right and be quiet. You could be loud and wrong, and that's okay.
That's all right.
yo, but sometimes you can't even be right and be wrong and be quiet. I'll be like, yo, you know what? Yeah, I was wrong. Like, yo, you got it. No, you just saying that. You just saying it's like, damn, yo.
So what you have to learn to find people who are okay with operating how you operate. Once you find out that they ain't on the same wavelength, they ain't for you. And that's okay. Because somebody is.
And that's all right. Now, if I could, I just want to jump ship over here for a second. So there's been a lot going on with TikTok. Just wanted to do a quick little segment here. So, 18 hours ago, TikTok users were on an emotional roller coaster. As per Yahoo, they were going to shut the platform down.
I'm gonna chime in with something about that on the back end of it. I didn't know that I didn't know that there was like a thing going on with that. I guess people didn't think it was coming back, and people decided to crash out in unexpected ways.
They were crashing out, doing these heartfelt videos. I'm like, nigga, dude. It's like
no, that's
five other platforms you could be on. Like, what's the issue?
The one I was talking about is a little bit different. I guess people thought, you know what? Go ahead.
They started telling their truth.
Yes,
bring it up.
yes. Oh well. Apparently, for some reason, they thought that TikTok wasn't coming back, so they just started confessing their deepest, darkest sins, and it just got really bad. I heard some really messed up stuff. One guy said he was like, I can't remember what city he was from, but he was talking about he had SA'd some 16-year-old prostitute. It was just like bad.
Wow, that was nasty work.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus. I know when they came right back up.
So
yeah, that was nasty work, bro.
To a felony.
Yeah, I don't know why that was.
Like there were content creators saying that they didn't they didn't lose weight the way that they were telling you to do it. They weren't doing the
believe it.
workouts that they were telling you to do, like that kind of thing. But what you just said, now that's something totally different.
Yeah, I sent it to the chat. It was ridiculous. I was like, what? People were acting like they were on like a plane that was about to go down, and they just knew it was going to be over. Like, it's just TikTok.
That's all. And that's why I'm like, what? And it was crazy because I'm like, I'm seeing content creators that are on every other social say goodbye to their fans in these heartfelt videos. I'm like, nigga, they still follow
You're on
you
another.
Instagram.
You're on another. It's 3 other apps.
Yeah,
What are you
Still follow you
talking
on
about?
Instagram. What are you doing?
It's insane.
If I could, I think TikTok is the one that's really paying people though. Like that's
Yeah,
the one
I
that's
think so
paying
Yeah,
too.
it is.
Out of
like
all of
people are
them.
living up there. But hold up, here is a video of some TikTokers live reaction to the app getting banned in the US. Let's just play this.
There is something reassuring about the constant inviting things in life. The reliable.
Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. Law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use
So
TikTok.
I guess TikTok.
It only gives me an option to close the app.
not leave the fucking stream. Yeah, TikTok. If you leave,
Guys, if you leave, you're gone.
Wait, it popped up the moment I opened my thing. They might not. How many viewers do we have? Still says the same. Oh fuck! It came up on this phone.
How many stream?
Oh,
How many?
God.
Guys, breaking
This
fucking
one has
news.
23K.
Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch.
Go to Twitch, go to
Twitch. Twitch Betsports.
Yeah, people are just going crazy. I'm gonna look for something a little more, a little heavier than that though.
But while you're doing that, for those that don't know, I was talking to the last time we were live. I was talking to Shaka, and he's like, "Well, how long has this platform been out here?" And I'm like, "I came around in March of 2023, and we have, and I mean, when I say we got a bunch of clips from the last." I don't know how long. So I uploaded some of the ones that I enjoyed the most so I can share them with y'all.
All
And
right.
this one, I love this one. First of all,
Oh,
let me
man.
just say Duke ain't shit for this.
Uh-oh.
Said it's most likely that these dudes is talking to other females. I know hella dudes that get no girls. No girls. None at all. DMs is super duper dry. But I know some ugly, very unattractive women whose DMs is popping. It's not the same. So maybe y'all got the cure to your own goddamn problems. Dumb down your shit. Talk to some less desirable men, and maybe you'll have a successful relationship for once. Know what I mean? Maybe you'll have that long-lasting relationship if you start talking to less desirable men.
Oh,
Because it ain't the same. It ain't the same. I got a best friend, dry as he don't get no attention, bro.
It's the less desirable ones that's gonna give them
But-
everything they've been
Why you
asking
putting
for.
that man out there like that?
I got quite a few best friends, so if you know, you know. And
Man out there like that.
if you,
Them
hey
the
man,
ones that-
that's not my.
hilarious.
You
It's
gotta
gonna be
blame your
in-
parents, man. It's all genetics. You look. I didn't do that. I ain't do that. But
Hey,
the
yo.
point, let's stay on topic. If you start talking to less desire, I bet you if one of y'all talk to him, that'd probably be your best relationship you ever had because all he wants to do is love on you. A dude with options want to love on you when he feel like it.
Oh God.
that right there was super fucking heavy. Let me bring my guy Goji to the stage. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh, man.
people? Goji in the building. Yo, that clip right there was funny as heck. Shout out to Duke, man. I
So
wish
we
he was
got a
there.
part 2 for that one too. Oh
All right.
my God.
Yo, get that ugly dude that want to love on you unconditionally. Don't get the handsome niggas like myself. Know what I mean? Don't do that. Because some of them all men good like me. Don't do
Talk your
that.
shit, Duke.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't need niggas. Get that dude that wants to love you unconditionally. I'm not rubbing you, because keep it real with you, I'm not rubbing your feet when you get home. I'll show you different versions of love, but that dude that don't know how, that just wants to love you unconditionally 1,000%, that might be the way for you. Dumb it down, ladies.
What y'all think about
Sometimes
that?
you
What
gotta
y'all think
lower
about
your standards.
dropping those? That's funny as heck, yeah.
He's actually wrong as hell. And I had this conversation before. These chicks be trying to run to the ugly dude. Be thinking like, yo, man, he about to love me. Yeah, he is. But as soon as the mother bitches be like, damn, how he get her? I need to see what's up. That nigga gonna be moving on some bullshit. Like, I can't believe the stories you hear from girls. Yeah, that should be, this girl was tight. She was like, you believe this ugly nigga? I was like, yeah, sure. Because you boost that confidence up. You got him feeling like he the shit. Now he thinking like, damn, maybe I am that nigga, man. He was like, I got her. You know what I'm saying? I might as well make that move. But like this, if you got no high school education and you got a job that was super duper good, right? And then you like, man, I think I'm about to start applying for other jobs.
That'd be crazy.
Why would you not? You like, man, I got this one job. I might as well try this shit. Shit might. I mean, now it's all about your credentials.
All right, look, if I could,
we going to the Super Bowl.
I just wanted to bring something up real quick. You know, we got Goji here. You know, I noticed he got a Philly jersey on. I felt like we got a couple Philly fans in here. So what's going on in the NFL right now? What happened yesterday?
The Eagles is going to the Super Bowl. Now we got one more game before the Super Bowl, but yeah, it's basically a cakewalk.
Oh, a cakewalk.
Yep.
Yeah, only team in our way right now is Washington, and we already beat them this year, so I ain't worried about them.
And we beat them with our trash squad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we beat them with backups. I mean,
oh wow.
You know what? I'm pretty sure Baltimore thought the same thing.
Yeah, Baltimore lost to the Bills. I ain't worried about them.
Yo, Andrews.
No,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. I said I'm pretty sure Baltimore thought the same thing. Like we got this in the bag.
I watched Andrews drop that pass for the game, yo. It
was nasty.
It was nasty.
It
was nasty.
Fumbled the bag.
I know they jumped him in the locker room.
Yo, nah, he can't go back to Baltimore.
Yeah, gotta get
you say he can't even go back.
you know they gunning for him now.
Right, like because he fumbled in that game too. Like that dude punched the ball right. One of the cleanest tackles I've ever seen. Popped the ball right out of him. Turnover, and then you dropped the fucking pass that could have tied the game and sent it into OT. Slipped right through your fingers. Nobody was on you. You had it right there. It was like a 10-yard pass, if that. It was right in his hands. He just dropped it
right in his hands. Nobody was around him.
I didn't even think they was gonna get that last touchdown. And once they got it, I said, "Oh, it's a wrap. They about to tie it up, going to overtime." When the nigga dropped it, it was so clean. That shit went right to him, and it was just like
it was so clean. It caught him off guard. He didn't realize.
I think so. Yeah.
So, all right, the Eagles going to the Super Bowl is what it is. But since I like having a panel with just the fellas here because I can have conversations with y'all.
Hey, I know you got some clips for us. You can bring it out.
You about to say some nasty shit, bro.
No, I'm not doing that. So, would you ever consider living separately from the person that you are married to? 2 separate houses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
At first I thought no, but as an adult, I'm like, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so let me pull this up.
I'm very fortunate. The man that I am married to, Senator Vincent Hughes, 7th Senatorial District of Philadelphia, he has his own life. I have my own life. He has his own real career. I have my own real career. He has his light to stand in. I have my light to stand in. So he is not looking at me thinking about status or this or that. He's doing his thing. I get to do my thing. We also live in separate places. When I go to see him, love to see him. When it's time to leave, bye-bye, see you soon. I'm telling you, life is good. Perfect. I get to be the real good wife.
Yo, I'm not against that at all. I'm not against that, yo.
I'm not either.
Nope.
I'll say this though, it do depends on like the children's situation. Like if you got young kids, it may be a little bit harder.
Okay.
Now, if you got like teenagers or the kids is out the house, then 100% go get your crib. I'm about to go get me an apartment. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit, me and the homies about to get our own house. Know what I mean?
Yo,
You get your own crib. Know what I mean? You do it. But if the kids is young, it is a little harder. I feel like I would get like we can get separate apartments, maybe in the same complex type shit, you know, to where it's not too much of a separation for the kids. But if the niggas was older, if they grown, yeah.
The two of them live on two opposite sides of the country.
Oh,
She
wow.
All right,
lives
so
in California, he lives in Pennsylvania.
I already knew that, and I was about to say, to me, it has to make sense. Like, if there's a reason for us to be that far away, then I'm cool with it. But like, we're not gonna live in the same town. I'm not about to be in Plainfield. You in Plainfield, and we in two different houses. That shit weird as hell. Like, that shit mad weird.
Under these
I think
circumstances, I think that's a good idea. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Not at all.
I think the reason it's done is so there's no compromise to the other person's career, and that's grown up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll be surprised the amount of actors who go through divorce because they're like, oh, so and so wasn't home. They were shooting a movie for 6 months and so and so. And I'm thinking to myself, like, aren't you in the business? Don't you know what your spouse does for a fucking living? Are you stupid and shit? I'm like, yeah, I never understood that. Like, to me, it's because, okay, say this person works for 6 months out of that year, right? Unless they're Sam Jackson, they're not doing a movie every fucking year. I mean, people have time and spaces to themselves. So it's like, I don't know, like, get a hobby or something. I don't know. That's just me personally. It's too much. I don't need somebody up under me 24/7.
So, can I ask you a question, Ninja Mike? Is marriage something that you want to do?
Just go ahead and say no. Fine.
No, what a traditional marriage is, probably not. Like how people they just got to be all up on each other and do everything. I mean, that's cool, but it's like I put it like this: I can do it, but if I can't do it, I can't do it, and that's how I look at things. It's all about if I have something that I have to do, it shouldn't be an issue. This is not a fucking movie like where the dad, he missed his son's get. Yeah, there's a fucking this guy had a skit and he's talking to the boss. He was like, you know what? I'm not doing that. He was like, what? He was like, we got all these reports to do. He was like, no, I'm going to my son's game. And he was like, you'll never work in this town again. So then he runs to the son's game and shit. And then afterwards, he's like, Dad, aren't you going to work? He's on Indeed.com. Nah, I got to look for a new job. What happened? I quit because I had to go to your game. He was like, Dad, it was just like the regional finals. Like, we got next year. No, I had to. It's like stuff like that is not super serious. But I know people who will make something like that serious with their spouse. Like, oh, you didn't go to so-and-so's whatever game or whatever. I'm like, man, if that's what you think the ideal of a marriage is, then I can't fuck with it. Me personally, I can't. Because my parents ain't come to all my fucking sporting events. And guess what? That shit didn't bother me not one motherfucking bit. I didn't even think about it.
Not at all.
At all.
Sometimes they used to drop a nigga off, pick them up. They ain't even see the game.
Right.
For real.
Oh, sometimes they stay, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Not at all.
And you know why it didn't mean shit to me? Because I did the shit that I wanted to do. I didn't do the thing that my mommy or my daddy said, oh, I want you to be in this so you can like, I think that happens a lot. Like, oh, I play basketball, so you're going to play basketball. Now I got to make my dad proud because I don't think my dad loves me. like I think that's what the fucking issue is.
Sometimes a lot of fathers do, like, whether it's purposely or not purposely, they instill some of the things that they love into their children. It just happens. And then sometimes the child will see what the father did and just become attracted to it. My kids kind of do everything that they see me do. So, like, I kind of understand that from a standpoint.
I feel like that's
I understand that, but
I feel like mothers have a harder time imprinting themselves on their kids than fathers do. I feel like it's way easier for a father to imprint themselves on their kids. Especially when the father is present and like in the child's life, in home. It makes it easier for the child to adapt to the man of the house. Whereas you usually see a lot of mothers clash with their daughters, or they have a harder time connecting with their sons. I'm not saying it's a 100% thing, but it's just something I've observed. I feel like mothers have harder times. Like Mike said, a son would be like, "Yo, my father watched football for my entire life. Let me play football because that's something that interests him." Whereas a daughter will see something that a mother enjoys, and it might be of interest to her, but she might find it a little harder to jump into.
No, for real. And matter of fact, think about how many women that you know that watch sports because they dad watch sports.
Ah, damn.
I don't really see like, oh, I watch because my mom watched. I don't really see that.
I'll take it even a little bit deeper, right? Like I said, and this goes for like fathers who are present in home, you know, who are like, or you don't even got to be in home, who are just active in their kids' lives. You get there are a lot of women in this generation who are more hands-on, who know how to do things like work on their cars, change oil, change their tire, things like that, or they're more mechanically sound because they're things that they saw their father doing, or they're things that, you know, their father was interested in. My father was building a car for my whole life. So to connect with him, I'd go in the garage and I'd hand him tools. Now, I don't need a man to change my tire for me or change my oil for me. I could do it myself because my pop showed me how to do it. You gotta, and now I mean, this ain't at you. You know that, know what I mean? But you get a lot more of that than nowadays than you get of women knowing that recipe that their grandmother made for the mac and cheese, or
Yeah, I love a good grandmother recipe.
you know, you get a lot more.
What?
I get excited when I hear that.
You're not wrong, because I was sitting talking to my mom the other day, and I realized that I don't know how to make biscuits from scratch. Now, I grew up in the kitchen with my mother all the time. I always like to eat, so I always like to learn how to do things. But that's one of the things that I never learned how to do. And I called her, I was like, you know what? I don't know how to do that. Can you show me? Because a lot of what's happening is a lot of these recipes that got passed down from grandma and the daughter, like those are getting lost. And I'm like, so you're not wrong in what you say, but I've made it a point because my mother will be 68 this year. I don't have that much more time with her, no matter how much time I have. I don't have as much time as that's already passed. So I've made it a point to learn things so that they don't die with her.
Yeah.
And I've made it a point to teach my daughter certain things so that there are things that don't just die with me. And I think a lot of that is, like you said, a lot of that is.
Sorry.
Damn, Mike. Yeah, just mute up, cuz. Nah, that scared me, cuz. She was having a heartfelt moment, cuz.
You over there.
Say not just playing. All right, yo, there's been a lot going on in Plainfield too. Now, this is one where I don't know if we could talk about this, but there's some boxing going on in Plainfield.
Mind my business.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I don't know. This is what I'm gonna do. We might touch on this one in the future, but there's an
I ain't
alleged.
from Plainfield, so I'm mind my business.
Yeah, this one a little crazy, a little spicy, but there is a boxing match upcoming. I'm not going to say any names or anything yet. I'm gonna do my due diligence more. I'm gonna try to get these two brothers to come onto the platform. One of them is already interested. They're actually both interested. I just gotta line it up. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll bring it out once they're up here. This way, it don't look like I'm instigating certain things.
Instigate, yeah, nah, I got it.
Yeah, because it's trickling down onto a different level. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there is that. But Rashida, why don't you hit us with another clip? I think we got time for another clip. We got a clip.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Just go ahead and watch it.
Hands on my son.
Caught him in the bed with my daughter.
They don't give you a right to put your hands on my son.
He know the rules. He know the rules.
Okay, and I tell him the rules, but you,
they in the
when
living
it comes
room.
to
They
my
don't
children,
go
you do not put your hands
They
on
don't-
my child.
They don't go in the bedroom.
Understood.
They stay in the living room.
Understood. He put his hands on you, correct? Do not touch my child anymore. And I wouldn't touch your child. Don't.
I didn't hit him. I didn't hit him. I
It
roughed
doesn't
him
matter.
up. I
You put
threw
your
him out.
hands
He
on
knew the
him.
rules.
It doesn't matter. You could have spoke to him. You didn't have to touch him. You didn't have to use physical force.
So
Because
did
you know
even,
I could
did
press
you even
charges
know who
on
he
you.
was? Where he was?
There
Now,
is so much wrong with that clip.
I would have loved to see every ounce of that conversation. I wanted to see the whole entire conversation, but if that's the clip, that's the clip.
That's the whole clip. There is so much wrong with that conversation.
I'm saying, yo,
Seems like they know each other.
let your little hornball son come to my crib and I catch him doing something with my daughter. Put hands on him too.
So we can only go off of the context we get from the video, right? Because yeah, I feel you. I would love to see the rest of that, the beginning. I need more. But just off the context of that video, you can already tell the father's not in the situation. The mother coddles the son, and she's raising him in the wrong way, right? I feel the dad because if I catch your son in the room with my daughter, it's gonna be worse. I mean, you lucky he came home without me putting hands on him. Now I mean, all he did was pulled him out the room. Now I mean, shook him up a little. Nah. Because you think you grown doing grown people shit with my teenage daughter. I'm going to show you what a grown man is.
Yeah, and you knew the rules.
Know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you as a mother should make sure that your son isn't in positions to where he's getting these issues with a grown man because he's in a room with someone's child.
Yep. Crazy, yo. And it's like, yo, and according to the father, there were certain rules that were set in place, right? And these rules were broken. So you violating. It's already a reach with you being in this, Chris. It's a reach, right? And now you in here, and then you take extra steps to break the rules and break the trust. And you don't think nothing gonna happen to you? I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, you can tell that there is no father in other situation just based on how the mother was getting all up in his face with the finger.
Let me
You would
tell
never.
you something.
My shorty would have broke your finger.
My
shorty
Let
would
me
have broke
tell you
your
something. There is no way that as a woman, I am bucking up in some man's face. First of all, y'all already know I'm 5'2" 3/4, okay? I'm not fighting no man unless I'm fighting for my life. Number two, the fact that you felt comfortable coming in that man's space and being all in his face like that. Ma'am, are you okay? Like, are you all right?
No, she's not.
Was there no other man in your life that could have addressed that man? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And you more mad at that man than you are at your son? There's a problem there. There's a problem.
Yeah, because I think if I was in a situation like that, it would have been bad for me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I would definitely never tell my mother, like, hey, I was in this girl's bed and her dad came in. Like, what? I'm getting mollywhopped, yo.
If roles
Straight up.
reversed, I won't get mad at the motherfucker. So
She not gonna bring me over to if anything, she gonna bring me over to the nigga house to apologize and shit.
That part.
That's a fact. That's
So-
how we was brought up.
So if the roles were reversed, y'all wouldn't get mad at the mom if the mom did the same thing to the daughter.
Now you kind of got to get a little more specific because I'm not understanding.
If the mom, I guess what he's trying to say is if the mom would have roughed up the little girl for catching her in the son's room.
To be honest, nah, because what is my daughter doing in the room with your son? Because yeah, now I got a problem. I got a problem with my daughter now. Because what is your little fast ass doing in the room with this boy?
So
at the end of the day, like at the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong. Y'all ain't supposed to be in the room doing nothing. Apparently, there were rules set.
So on the
Well, I
flip
don't think it was
side,
because they were in the room. I think it went past that. I think
they were in
he
the
was-
bed
I think-
together.
But
Yeah,
even
she was
no, but what I'm
allowed-
saying is the baseline was they wasn't supposed to be in the room alone.
No. He I think he said they could be in the room, but he was. I told him don't be.
No,
in
he
the-
said they weren't supposed
the living
They
room.
were supposed to stay in the living room. So,
they went into
so
the
my
bedroom
question
in-
would be, why wasn't there anybody watching to make sure they were in the living room in the first place?
That's
why you don't let. That's why you don't let nobody in your crib, yo.
Yeah.
Stop letting your
that part.
daughters grow up so fast, man. I don't care if she's 16. She can wait another couple years, yo. I know you think that providing the safe environment is the best thing to do, but don't let nobody in your crib, yo.
Now, see, okay, I don't have a problem with that. My daughter is 17. If she got a little friend or whatever, I would much rather be in the kitchen watching the two of y'all sit on the couch so I can hear what y'all talking about. Now, what y'all do when y'all not in my presence is something different, but I want to see how y'all are interacting with each other. And I'm just going to go through your phone later to make sure ain't nothing that it ain't supposed to be. But I would much rather, I don't have a problem with that. You can come on my house, y'all can sit on the couch. As long as I can see the both of y'all, I'm definitely not going to go upstairs in my room. But yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
Charmaine, I feel you.
You don't
I
put your
feel
hands
you.
on no one's chest.
I feel you, right? But don't give me a reason to. That's just where I stand on that. Don't give me a reason to. You shouldn't put your hands on anybody at all. Like,
but like
that.
if you in my crib and you're in a spot
you
of my
give me-
crib where you know you're not supposed to be, I can get you up out of that part of my crib, bro. I don't know. I'll fabricate the story. Look like he was harming my
I
daughter.
don't even have to
Wait
do
a
that,
minute,
nigga.
wait
If I
a
walk in the
minute. That's
room,
not
you
what
gonna
we
get up and leave. Like,
We're
I'm
not
putting my hands on
fabricating nothing. We're not doing
You're gonna get up and leave. Because now, if you don't, now you say I'm staying here. I'm not. Then that's different because now you trespassing. Now it's like, yo,
Nah, see, when you start see little niggas start bucking up and shit.
No, but what I'm
That's
saying
when
I know
that's when
these
I start bucking.
YNs. What do they call them? YNs.
YNs, yeah, know what I mean?
No, but what I'm saying is, if he in the crib, I think logistically and legally, if I
he was
come in the
overage, that
crib
can
and
be
I'm like, yo,
justified.
bro,
I don't give a
get your stuff,
damn.
you gotta go. If I just run
But
over
like
there
I
and start grabbing them and all this other stuff,
what's up, Fresh?
You don't know
But
what
like
can
I
happen.
said, at the end of the day, the daughter was in the wrong too. Because why you got this little nigga? Why you putting this little nigga in danger? You know how your father is. Why you got this little nigga in your room knowing y'all ain't supposed to be in there?
And chances are, it might have been her idea. Like, yo, don't worry, he not even gonna, Trust me, we all, all the bros in here. Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
keep it real.
exactly. We done been there. Know what I mean?
Keep it real.
So at the end of the day, the daughter in the wrong too. She not clear. Know what I
Yo,
mean?
anything
But
that happened at a chick's house between me and her, it was definitely her idea. At her parents' house, definitely was
yeah,
her
that's
idea.
fact. But that's
So,
what I'm saying.
like
The
I
daughter
said-
not clear of. She's not clear of. She's guilty too. But in the moment, you deal with him first. You get him out of the house first, and then you discipline your child. So the mother coming to buck up and do all the extra shit. You don't know how I disciplined my daughter after I got your son to fuck up out my house. You don't know what happened. All you know is I got your son to fuck up out my house.
Now, and this is how I feel. Even if you felt justified in saying whatever you said to that man, it should have never been in front of your son. If you felt like you had to go over there and be like, please don't put your hands on my son, all right, cool. Because now you're putting your son in a position to feel like all he got to go do is run tell his mom, and mommy's going to fix it, whether I'm wrong or not. And sir, you were dead wrong. You ain't have no business in that little girl's room, first of all. Second of all, her father shouldn't have left y'all alone so that can even have been a thing. Shouldn't have even been allowed to happen. And I just feel like as a woman, I don't care how small the man is. I'm not bucking up against nobody, no grown man putting my hand in his. First of all, you were on that man's property. Okay. That's number one. You don't know what he had on the inside of that door, no nothing. So that was a terrible idea. You walked up to that man's house with all of it. That's in front of your son. That ain't how that works.
Now, what if his girlfriend would have just popped out and broke your little fingers? You want to put your fingers in people's face. Some people, girl, don't play that. Some people got girls that's ride or die. They'll break your little fingers off. You come up here with your little rootin' tootin' fingers, poking them in a man's face. Just snap your nails off.
Y'all talking about when the lady went up to the house and was asking about her son and all of that stuff, and he was in the daughter room and stuff.
Yeah.
First of all, you as a mother, where's his father? Where the father at? Before you walk up and say something to a grown
That nigga went to go get milk when little homie was like 2
Wait, now
years
he was
old.
recording.
Like that's father was recording, bro.
It would have been. My thing is, you should have told. If his father was around, the father should have said something to him, not you as a woman going to a father. I don't believe in that. But two, your son was dead wrong. Period. I think both parties was wrong because ain't no man coming into my daughter's room. My father ain't play that. Y'all gonna sit in the living room where I can see y'all at all times. There's no guy going in your room with a door. That wasn't happening. That he was wrong on that part for saying he know the rules of my house. One rule is no man should be in your daughter's room. I don't care how old she is. And she as an adult, then maybe, but that no. I showed my father that kid. My father was like, "What boy was in your house growing up?" I said, "No." He said, "Exactly." My father ain't
But
even
my
with
whole
me. My
thing
father ain't
is,
play that with girls either. Like me and girls in my room, that door gotta be open. So my dad ain't play that either with girls either. Both parties for
the
me was
whole
wrong.
thing of it is, you shouldn't have even allowed them to be alone with no supervision. And that's just me. Why would you even allow them to sneak off into the room? Period.
That's facts. You're not supposed to allow no room for anything like that to happen. Like
Because I don't trust
you
nobody.
said, listen, my daughter got company. I'm sitting in with them. Like, what's up? What movie we watching?
What
I
we
got the
watching?
popcorn. What's going on? Like, how was y'all day? Like, what's going on in school? What y'all learn? What's up?
What
Like,
y'all do in gym class today?
what y'all like? I'm getting to know you because who is this dude that my daughter feels so comfortable bringing to my house, knowing I don't like people in my house?
Oh, you know what? I got
You
a question
obviously
for you
cool and
specifically.
comfortable enough with him to where you feel like you want him to know me. So let me get to know him. Like I'm spending time with the nigga now. What's up? Like
Remember how back in the day when parents got to know your friends' parents?
Yeah.
Like they don't do that no more. Like my mother, even when we first moved to Plainfield, and I was friends with a girl. My mother met her mother. My dad met her dad. It wasn't no your kids are sitting on your porch or your kids are sitting on my porch. We need to know who your parents is. My father needs to know how your parents' mental status is. Because if you act crazy, and I'm talking to you, not gonna act crazy around my child. Like, mm-mm. They don't do that no more. Parents don't get to learn their kids' families or nothing. But when they hear some crazy shit, they be like, "Oh, you can't do this and you can't do that." Well, if you would have learned the family before you start having your daughter go outside and go into fucking skate parties and all of that, you should have known. It wasn't me going out with my friends' family. My parents ain't knew who they were. That never happened.
Yeah,
I
times is
agree.
definitely changing. You got one more. I think we squeezed one more. We got about 15 minutes left in this joint. You got one more clip for us, Sheeta?
Yep, but I gotta ask this question to AK
Yo,
specifically.
I think the pops is really recording them, yo. Because both of them is
Yo,
on the
like,
camera.
bro,
Who is recording?
Then if that's
that's
the
funny.
case, that's I'm sorry. Then your father's a pussy.
Straight up.
No, you cannot have a woman step up to another man. Soon if you the father you recorded, soon you saw a man open that door. Oh, all right, baby, hold on 2 seconds. Tag team switch. Let me talk to her.
So, AK, you have a teenage daughter, correct?
Yep.
Is she allowed to say one of her classmates gets pregnant, 14, 15 years old? Can she go to the baby shower?
No. Nah. Nah, because what? Oh, why are we glorifying that? Like, okay, as someone who had a child at the age of 17, at that point, I wasn't like, yo, let's have a baby shower and gender reveal and what this is. Nigga, I was panicking. Like, my entire life was changing. Like, like I'm a child having a child. Like, my mother wasn't glorifying that shit. I wish I could say on this platform the way she reacted when she found out, but I can't because we get demonetized. Know what I mean? No, that's not like, that's not something to be glorified. You said 14, 15?
15.
Like, my daughter's 15. Like, nah, like, first of all, why are you friends with somebody that's focused on activities that can get them in that position to where they gotta have a baby shower now? Like, 15 years old, your ass need to be figured out where you going with your life. Like, you two steps out of school. Like, what's the next? Like, where are we going? Like, lifetime moves. Like,
so I asked that specific question. I don't want to play the video because I hate the way the mom tells this story. But long story short, she allows her daughter to go to a 15-year-old's birthday party, and it turns out to be a birthday party / baby shower. And the mother was upset because she didn't know that it was, they were celebrating the girl's 15th birthday and having the baby shower. Because she said, if I would have known that, I would have never let my daughter go.
Nope. And you ain't friends with her no more.
And I kind of agree with that, because when my cousins, when they got pregnant at an early age, my parents
No names.
I'm not doing no names. My parents wouldn't even allow me around my cousins when they was pregnant at an early age like that. And that was family. And it wasn't no disrespect to that. It was just the fact that you ain't about to influence my daughter thinking this is a good thing when it's not a good thing.
Because as the person who's having the kid, you have to make the best out of it. You gotta turn that shit show in the sunshine. Like, you have no choice.
You don't have a choice.
Know what I mean? You're not about to be making that sunshine, making that shit show look like sunshine to my child.
Yo, when I went to Plainfield High School, my dad had to do one of them parent-teacher conferences, and he walked past the daycare. He said, "What is this room?" I said, "That's the daycare." And he stopped and looked at me, was like, "What you mean the daycare?"
Nigga, I had a child in that daycare.
That's for the kids.
Wait, what you mean the daycare?
There was a daycare in our high
daycare,
school, like an actual daycare to leave your kids. No, like,
for girls that got pregnant, Plainfield High School gave them a chance to still go
my
to school
15-year-old
by
kid,
sending
she
their
was in
kids.
that daycare. Nigga, like,
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then they had a rule. They had a rule with that. You can't have more than 2 kids in the daycare. So you that was it was confusing.
Yeah, I
'Cause
was
you was giving
confused
the
when I first
kids,
saw it when I was a
yeah,
kid when I went there.
they gave kids a room to, like, oh, if you have a child, we won't let you stop your education, so bring the child to school. But then you also let them know, oh, if you have a baby the second time, you can still bring them to school, but the third time, they all 3 of them gotta go to a different daycare. I'm like, you're not really stopping nothing. You're not.
I can kind of understand that because, all right, maybe once it was an accident.
Twice is not an accident. Twice is not an accident.
So okay. Not even like,
to me, it's kind of a
you
good
also
idea.
have
But
to understand. You also have to understand the district we were in, right? The area we grew up in,
it was
technically
prone to
it wasn't the best. I think the school term for it is an Abbott district.
Oh wow.
So there were certain things that were expected of like the Plainfield school district, as far as like we were expected to test lower. We were expected to have basically our expectations were way lower than other school systems. And I only learned this when my mother moved to Harrison and learned that that's like a blue ribbon or blue chip school system, to where like they are like Harrison school system is held to like
a higher
basically
standard.
if you go to Harrison schools, you're going to like Ivy League colleges type shit. Like they're held to a higher standard than Plainfield High. And I learned it because of my little brother, because he went from Maxon to Harrison. He didn't go to Plainfield High. So when they transfer his stuff from Maxon, they looked at it as if there was a huge gap of things that he never learned.
Wow.
Because it probably was.
It was a lot. Because as a district, Plainfield is held at a lower standard because of the area, you know.
That's like when
we all made it out, but it ain't the best area, you know. It's not the worst by any means, you know, because we know what it really is, but the way they and the bigger people look at it, they look at it as a lower standard area, so they look at it less. So they expect things like higher rates of teen pregnancy, because Harrison High School ain't got no. Well, when my brother was going there, they didn't have no daycare. You know what I'm saying? They had a bunch of different like, you know how we get Votech and they have all the extra courses and shit.
Yeah.
Harrison High School, Base High School, has all the extra shit, like the shop classes and all the like the trade classes that you would take in a vocational school. Harrison High School offers those just as base class. And that's kind of how my little brother got into auto, into being a mechanic, because they had the classes there.
See, equipping the kids with the skills, equipping the kids with the damn skills. Crazy.
Exactly. But like I said, they're like, I think it's either blue ribbon or blue chip. It's something like that, where they are like some of the highest standards in the state. Like
that's like when I moved from Philly to the South Jersey suburbs. It was so much so that when I went there, I was so unprepared. They held me back. I had to do the third grade twice because it was so much that I didn't learn from the Philadelphia school system versus the South Jersey suburbs. Like they had to be like, no, sis, this ain't it. We got to, in order for you to be where we need you to be for Logan Township going into the fourth grade, you're not there. We're going to hold you back another year, and we're going to make sure that you're prepared for what we're teaching in the fourth grade. So I know that that's definitely a thing.
That's how it was with me when I left Irvington High to come to Plainfield High. My math teacher, he was looking at me like, why they putting you in this when you already took this? You way past this class, but they make you retake this math class all over again. I was like, yeah, I did this in freshman year at Irvington High. He said, I don't know why they got you here doing your junior year doing the same thing. It's like you going backwards. And that was from me coming from Irvington High School. And Irvington High School is
yeah, that's super interesting.
Back then, Irvington High was like one of the worst schools in Essex County. And for me to be already ahead of Plainfield High, and Plainfield High was considered a better school than Irvington. That would used to make my parents go crazy. So I had to take honor classes because I couldn't go back to doing the standard classes. I already did them. And then that's when I got assigned to the job program early because I already did most of my credits.
All right, so I got one last clip.
All right, we got a couple minutes left.
Disclaimer, it's probably going to piss you off a little bit. You know, I ain't even going to play that one. I'm just going to play the one that puts a smile on my face.
No, just play the one that you about to original play.
We only got a couple minutes left though, so yeah.
Let's end on a good note. Let's end on a good note.
Rip it open. What's that, Mari? Will you what?
A few moments later.
Oh.
I love
I
that
appreciate
video.
that. No, that video, that's actually dope. I really appreciate that.
First of
Hold on.
all,
We got a couple
let's
minutes
talk
left.
about the fact
Now me over here dancing to the damn.
I still have not watched that full video as an adult. Okay,
What, Thriller?
as a kid, I was
One of the
terrified.
greatest music videos of all time.
Yo, when
It
they
is.
put that out on the when they put the Michael Jackson dance thing on the Wii, that was the first one I
Michael
went
Jackson, The
to. Okay,
Experience. Oh yeah, that's my shit.
that was
Yo,
the first one I went.
y'all mind if I rant real quick?
Go ahead, you got it.
I gotta get this off because this whole TikTok shit. You know what I mean, that just reminded me. You know what I mean, this whole TikTok shit, right? Let me just make a little announcement real quick. If you are on TikTok, you are utilizing TikTok to make any type of money on. If TikTok is your quote unquote only source of income, if TikTok is the way that you're doing any type of business and it's the sole way you're doing any type of business, you're fucking yourself over. You're doing bad business and you're gonna fuck yourself over in the long run. You need to diversify your bonds. You need to make sure your hands is in everything. There's multiple social media outlets to where you can make money. TikTok don't even pay the most. The only thing that TikTok has over every single other platform is their algorithm. TikTok has the greatest algorithm out right now because TikTok can pinpoint exactly what it is that you like, and it will only feed you the things that you like. Nothing more, nothing less. Besides that, there's so much more. YouTube pays way more than TikTok. Instagram and Facebook pay way more than TikTok. The only difference is you got to work with those platforms. When TikTok went down, I got into so many different arguments on Facebook with people because people kept people were saying, "Oh, I built up this following on TikTok and I don't know what to do." Yo, migrate to Facebook. Migrate to YouTube.
Literally all you got to do.
I'm saying that's all you got to do. But people realize that TikTok, all you got to do is pick up your phone and record yourself. You ain't got to know how to edit. You ain't got to know how to do nothing at all.
Nope.
Record yourself. But with YouTube, you need to know how to edit. You need to know how to make a thumbnail. You got to brand yourself. With Facebook, you need to be able to be consistent. You need to be able to edit. You need to be able to do extra things. And so people are so lazy and TikTok is so easy that when that shit went down, there was panic. All up and down my timeline, I was saying, what I'm gonna do, and I can't believe the government is taking jobs from people and all that. Go get a fucking job.
Yeah, there was some of the
People
best
were
content.
crashing out.
Some of the best content was on TikTok January 19th when they thought it was shutting down.
Yo, and people putting out, now that this is over with, here's my confession, and I've been secretly doing this forever, and like, bro, like, come on now, like, get it together. Like, I get it. As a content creator myself. As a content creator myself, I get it. It's not that easy to just pick up and migrate. It's not. But we knew about TikTok getting shut down a year ago.
Yeah, they said
they've been talking about this for over 12 months now. You had more than enough time to start prepping for it. And then a couple weeks ago, they was even talking about it even heavier, that it was really going to happen. And everybody took it as a joke. Then it happened, and the world's on fire.
Panic in the city.
Fucking, I can't believe it. Yo, it's back. We don't know for how long. As somebody who has been banned from that app since 2021, I'm letting you know now.
Time to get your stuff together, man.
Diversify your bonds. Nah, I'm saying,
time to get your stuff
get your eggs out of that one basket and put it in a couple of them. Nah, I mean, start learning how to edit right now. Start learning how to put your shit on YouTube
That's kind of stupid, though.
Instagram and Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. It's other apps. It's other avenues. That whole TikTok crash out that shit pissed me off. There was so many people who I'm personally cool with who was like, well, I built this following. First of all, The people who were complaining the most was the people who only making like $30 a month off TikTok. Know what I mean, it ain't the people who making the real money off it, because the people who making the real money off of
They're
it
eating
already
other
have
places,
multiple
yeah.
avenues to do things. They already done branched off of just TikTok. It's the people who don't want to get a real job, but they make $50 to $100 on TikTok a month because they put out 80 videos a day, and know what I mean, they got 10K followers, and they like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Multiple streams of income. Even if you are a millionaire, how many millionaires you know with only one stream of income?
With only one, that's only doing one thing.
Very few.
All they favorite TikTok influencers and shit, them niggas is on YouTube Shorts. Know what I mean? Shit, half of them is going to Twitch.
I don't
Because
even
now
know
they
any
finding
TikTok
out that
influencers.
live streaming to your audience is way easier when you're on a platform that's built for live streaming, as opposed to a platform that's just built around having a good algorithm. TikTok literally only has a great their algorithm is literally the best out of any social media, and that's why they keep talking about the you get 2 cents a view. I mean, for 1,000 views, like
say what?
Look at that.
And it got to the
2
point
cents for
where people
1,000
could
views.
pay. It's getting to the point where people could pay to get certified. So it's not like you busting your ass to get certified on your own. You could pay for that blue check.
Yo,
And
but you
that's
know
what
what?
kills me.
I ain't even mad at that, because you know what that does? That gets you a little more exposure. Because you know, people look at it and be like, oh, you got a blue
see, you
check?
got,
All right, cool.
but see, you gotta get it on Instagram and YouTube and stuff. Like you said, you gotta work for it. For you to just go off and buy it, and what if your content is not even all of that?
Yeah, nah, that's facts, because you
And
still gotta have the
then,
content to back it up.
yeah, and then what's crazy about it is that whole shutdown. Yeah, I was mad about TikTok because I don't get money off of it, but it helps me with my mental sometimes. But it shut down for 12 hours just to do two things. One, to get y'all to like Trump a little bit more, which of course is stupid because 8 years ago the nigga was trying to ban this shit. Two, once it got shut down, nobody noticed about the whole thing about the whole minimum wage. They don't want to go up past $7. They don't want to do that, but everybody crying over TikTok, but nobody crying over their money. That's what kind of fucked me up. That shit just bypassed all y'all heads. TikTok. Bitch, half of us is not going past minimum wage. Talk about that. Y'all talk about, oh, y'all tired of shit going up. Talk about how your paycheck needs to go up since all of this rent, sales taxes, all of that's going up. Stop worrying about social media that you get 2 cents 1,000 views and worry about you going up $20 more.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is? People look at TikTok as an easy way out. Know what I mean? So they don't want to complain and make things better as far as trying to get shit lowered. They want to try to be the next viral star who's making enough to where they don't got to complain about shit no more.
The problem with that is the people that do that, they've actually put into work. They've actually put in the work. Like you said, they've learned editing. They've learned to diversify what platforms they're on. It's not just I'm gonna upload a video and you know what I mean? When most people go viral, it's because they've been doing this for quite some time. And that just happens to be the one that goes viral. Nobody wakes up one day and just says something on their first video and boom, now they got 10,000 views. That's not how that works.
And even the ones who do end up with shit like
That's
that,
true.
where it's just like, I put out one random video and it popped and it got 1 million views. How do you follow up with that?
They usually don't, or they create a fucking podcast called the Coctua Show.
Do you feel me? Like a lot of people who get that one video that get the viral, like they don't know how to follow up with it because people only know you from that one thing.
You see what happened to her. Eventually, it was just like the whole.
She dropped that fake ass that
meme coin.
cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Crypto,
Know
that
what I
rug
mean?
pull crypto
Scammed
coin.
niggas out of millions of dollars, and
Isn't there like some
and
Trump
went to sleep and ain't never woke up.
Isn't there like
she got her bread.
Trump
She,
crypto right
she
now?
knew it wasn't gonna last for that long. The
I
show
know
was
you
happening.
lying.
Trump just dropped his own meme coin.
You know, shut up, Rashida. All right. Okay.
It's called a Trump coin, right? I'm about to go get me some.
I'm about to invest in that.
Coinbase right
You know
now.
what I mean?
Man, listen. All right. Whatever.
How much is this Trump coin worth right now?
Let me see.
Oh, let's get into it. Hold up.
Trump coin is about 32. Wait, what? Ain't no what? $32 for a Trump coin?
What?
I'm about to invest in some Trump coin. You feel me? That shit gonna go up for like a year.
6.4 billion. That's crazy. Why is it so high? It said, official Trump coin is not tradable at Coinbase, though.
It's not on Coinbase. Yes, so a lot of people aren't going to be able to access it.
That is sourced from CoinMarketCap.
Wow. Wow. It peaked at $75. How much was it? Oh, my goodness. You know what's crazy? If I was paying attention, we could have seen this like weeks ago.
Yeah.
I can't even find the chart.
We got official Trump. We got MAGA coin. That's $1.18. We got Trump MAGA, which is about 0.000024. Trump AI, Pepe Trump. All these other ones was like what wild low. But that's crazy. He got his own coin.
Wow.
Nothing surprises me anymore. If you can be elected president as a felon, nothing surprises me anymore.
Does Elon Musk have a coin? Yes, he does. Trump coin way higher than Elon Musk coin though.
Yeah, Trump coin right now is at like $30-something, $33 wow, that's crazy. I'm just flabbergasted.
It's on the downfall.
Hold up.
Nah, it's just the fact that it even exists. It has been trending down, but it hasn't even been out that long. Came out the 18th. Well, they started like analyzing it on the 18th.
I'm not even surprised.
Listen. He said he was gonna make crypto a viable thing, so I believe him.
Hold it. They have an Elon. Is this an Elon coin or is this Elon? Because this shit is at 4 billion.
Now, the Elon coin and the Elon Musk coin and stuff. I'm not sure which one is exactly Elon Musk, so I wouldn't, don't want to quote me on there. But yo, Rashida, if you got like another clip, feel free to bring out said clip.
Like I said, we've been around for quite some time. I have uploaded some of the things that I find the funniest. If y'all want to go back through the channel and find some more,
so we gotta pick a day, and
gotta get it done.
Just go through and just do it live. Just sort through mad clips and just just a rerun episode. We also, Ira, I know you've been peeping. I know you've been paying attention. Know what I mean? We also have Severance season 2. Episode 2 drops this week. Friday. I haven't watched the first episode of season 2 yet.
Not me
because
either.
I kind of want to do a full season 1 rewatch.
Okay.
And then watch season 2.
Yeah, so I'm with it. I'm with it.
So that's also something I want to do. We can record that.
Gotta cover Severance.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah. Bring it out. I gotta step away for.
But I'm gonna tell y'all this again. My dad said y'all all invited to the cookout.
Listen,
I know I'm invited.
I'm bringing bottles and I'm bringing. Hey, I'm gonna have my wife cook some shit. I'm definitely popping out. You all right?
You ain't bringing bottles, not today.
I'm bringing Twisted Teas and Plan Bs.
She said Twisted Tea. Shouts out to
Twisted Teas
Twisted
and Plan Bs is crazy.
Shouts out to Char's face right now. Everybody look. It's not changing. It's not changing right now.
Yo, she on timeout. She on timeout. That was egregious. That was a little excessive. She on timeout for a little bit.
Oh my God.
Y'all get on my nerves.
Twisted Teas and Plan Bs. Oh my God.
It's crazy. That was crazy.
He really put her on.
That's wild, yo. Shout out to Martina.
Why is that one of the first clips that gotta get played, bro?
This is the end of the show. That's one of the last clips.
Listen, like I said, I don't know. When Shaka asked me that question, it just made me think like there are people that really don't know that this show been around for over a year. So I found some of the funnier clips that made me laugh.
It's 2025. It's been 2 years.
I mean, you know,
Yeah, because
it's been a year since I've been around.
It's been a
No,
year
it's
for
been
me
2
too.
years.
It's been a year for me.
I'm telling you. Okay, so you got to remember, I got married in August of 2023.
I know I was there.
We were doing
You were
this
already
for
doing the show then.
for a while before that.
Because like I said, I got involved in March of 2023. So it is almost 2 years since I've been involved.
Yeah.
I got on, I think October of I got on like a few months after AK got married.
Yeah,
That's all y'all would talk about. That was all y'all would talk about.
Because remember, we
So
we
it's about
met
to
up
be
the
2
very
years.
first time me and you met up. We went to go get these tacos that he couldn't stop talking about.
Yes, freaking 6 foot ass looking down.
We went to get them tacos. I drove an hour and a half just to try these tacos.
Yeah,
And that's the thing about me. I will drive to go get some good
Was
food.
it even
I don't-
fire?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, we did. It was good.
Yeah,
It was
and
good.
they really were good too. And you know what? Ever since I've had them, whenever I have them down here, they don't give me 4. They only give me 3, and I be mad about that.
every other place got three.
I think that's the new standard now. Yeah, 3 is the new standard now.
To be fair,
In
I'm
a lot
not
of
going to eat
places,
all 3
which I
at the
don't know
same
why.
time, but that's not the point. The first time I had them, I had 4.
4 feet. Shout out to King
I'm
Ty
eating
Kid.
all 4.
Yeah, we gotta hit them back up.
And we had a good time. That's what we need to do again.
No. And we gotta
need
hit
to
them
have
back
us
up.
to
I
all get
work
together.
down the street from you.
Yeah,
Ira.
you're right. Right.
Yeah,
right.
we could have been win. But you're coming here for your little trolley, the little sour candy stuff. Let's see. That don't make no sense. That's a shame.
No, those are good. They got I just had something with them. But those are good. I love them. I gotta
They
stop
on
eating
sale
candy
now.
like that.
They on sale for like the 2 big bags for like $6.
Oh, I don't need that. No, thank you.
That's for him.
Mm-mm.
That's for him over there.
So let me tell y'all what happened when Kristen came up here, right?
Oh.
Kristen came up here, and
Wait, hold on. Let's close out the show first and then.
All right, yeah.
That ain't my job. That's
We'll
him.
close it out. Look, all right, fuck it. This we're gonna do. Hold on, I'm gonna pull y'all down for a second. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. This is Nothing Left to Do But Win. I'll retitle it episode whatever. I'm going to end this out with a beat here, but shout out to everybody. Shout out to Rashida. Appreciate you. Of course. Shout out to Mike Morgan in the building. Appreciate you. You already know how we do. Shout out to
like crazy.
Shout out to
Mike is a fool.
All right, I'm gonna send this off with a beat a little different than what I usually produce, but I'm gonna send this off and I'm gonna keep the lobby open. We'll keep talking. Appreciate y'all, love y'all, and here we go. Riot. Yours truly. I'll let y'all next.